Just because this is a bonus mission, don't you be thinking it's not absolutely vital for you to get 100% completion. Since Kang has isolated us in Chronopolis, S.H.I.E.L.D. have found themselves without their usual array of cool tech and specialist field agents. Not good given the range of new and unusual goons running all over the place. The most senior agent left in the field to get those agents into shape is Phil Coulson. He's got an idea to make a training simulator with what he's got to hand. An old ghost train. A ghost train with lasers! Awesome! You guys have got to help Phil to get this up and running. Can't wait to play that. He'll just need a little hacking help from Quake to get the retro computers up and running. And turn off any repetitive songs on the ride. Me, I love those tunes. Love the way they get stuck in my head.
Ever since we arrived in Chronopolis, I've been developing a training system for our agents to face the many dangers here. I call it the Field Agents Risk Threat Simulator.
Wouldn't that make it...
We don't have to come up with an acronym for everything. Anyway, it's almost ready. I just need some help with the last few components.
Whoa, these computers seem pretty old. Is someone betting that floppy disks will come back into fashion?
Relics of a bygone era. Don't worry, we erased everything on them.
I think you got a virus.
Well, that's just great. I thought our tech team had fixed this. You tell people not to open emails from people claiming to be Captain America, but do they listen?
The system's up and running. What's next?
All we need to do now is flip the breaker switches, and we're good to go. Great! So you feel like taking this baby for a spin? Hop in.
I see Lowler's had a refit.
Good luck, Agent. We're all counting on you. Hydra. A literal thorn in our side for years. And here in Chronopolis, there's a version of them that rule the Earth. Ugh. To the Old West. Keep your wits about you and be quick on the draw.
Yee-haw, cowboy!
Indeed. Indeed.
Egypt? Is this for real?
Of course. Have you not been outside recently? Though I'm more of an ancient Rome man myself. Less sand.
Boy, I could use a superhero right now. Hey, give me a hand, will ya? I'm all over this game. At what point do I stop being a cameo and start being a star? Excelsior!
Swim, Agent. Or at least hold your breath for a while.
Cities in space, cities in the sky. Sure, why wouldn't there be cities underwater?
Okay, you're all done. Now head over to my glamorous assistant to see how you scored.
Wow! I hope we recorded that. That must be some kind of record.
Huh?
Well, what do you know? Phil's idea actually worked! After a fashion, he's created a literal on-rails shooter. If Kang ever deploys a cardboard army that stays rooted to the spot, then these new agents will tear them apart in seconds! Ha! Seriously, though, I do think there's more mileage in theme park ride training simulators. A Milano roller coaster would be cool. Ooh! How about a Kang's Crazy Teacups ride? You know, for the youngins, I'm going to write this down. See you in a while, mi amigos!
Excelsior!
Chilly up here, huh? Like...
Hey, just because this is a bonus mission...
Quite a collection I've got going.
Excelsior!
Keep up the good work, hero.
Do you have a problem with constant Kree invasions? Then why not sign up for a...
Take down the crime that's happening right now, and you could win a fabulous prize. The prize is satisfaction at a job well done. Same as all the others. Sorry.
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now, Mom?
I feel like I've been...
I need a change of scenery.
No! Help!
Help!
Why do bad guys never seem to understand the concept of personal space?
Looked like something big was going down on top of the Avengers.
All right! My hero. Making Chronopolis a safer place, one sleazeball at a time.
I'll show those guys.
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems...
Can you believe they're still making video games about losers like the Avengers? They already had their turn. 2, in fact. Though I'm not sure if they're both strictly canon. Either way, when was the last time you saw a game with a duck on the cover? The industry needs to change, starting with my new game, codename Project Egg. Sadly, my Quackstarter campaign fell through, so I'm gonna need to find the funds for this thing some other way. Think you could help me find a wealthy entrepreneur that I can hit up for the dough? You won't regret it, kid. See what you can find out from the folks around here. There's gotta be at least one money bags in this joint.
Hey, look! It's billionaire Tony Stank!
Any citizens having trouble dealing with their recent time displacement should contact their nearest Kang counselor, or Kangseller. He may be only a cardboard cutout, but I assure you, he is...
To be honest, I was expecting bigger things from Quackstarter after all the hype. Barely hit 5% of my goal.
The thing they don't warn you about when working at the bank is the folks who keep you working late drying off waterlogged treasure. How'd it get so wet? And why was there so much of it? Whoever it belonged to must be rich.
Is it odd that I'm really craving ice?
Find out anything about our wealthy friend?
Keep up the good work, hero. I mean, I don't really follow the...
Help! Thanks. For a minute there, I thought I was gonna have to defend myself.
I really want to roll a big snowball down the mountain. Kinda hot enough in the city without giant frozen boulders hurtling water.
I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain. Shame Kang didn't bring that into Chronopolis. Guess he must have had a postage distance.
This snow's been real bad for business. My poor store's been split down the middle.
You know Howard the Duck? I got something I was hoping you could pass on to him. A big slap upside the head. That feathered crook stole my sandwich. Nothing beats walking.
I need a change of scenery.
Apparently there's some...
That old prospector over in the Old West said he pulled a big hole of something out of the water the other day. Didn't say what it was, but he was winking so hard I thought he was going to hurt himself. And he was soaking wet. What a strange fellow.
All right, let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave. What do you mean somebody already got it?
ATM refused my card the other day. Apparently because my bank doesn't exist in this universe anymore. So now I'm pretty much living on a diet of bits of old shoe, which is surprisingly good if you leave it to soak in rainwater for a while.
That cool lock Dr. Strange has on his...
Yes. Quite lovely.
I'd been saving up for months to buy my dream car. But since everywhere I needed to drive to no longer exists, I don't need it anymore. So I did the logical thing and burned all my money.
The master says I won't make any progress in my training until I...
So what do you got for me?
Man, it's cold.
Well, I appreciate you passing on the message without the violence. But technically it was more of a croque madame than a sandwich. They set the money on what? Ugh, that could have been our meal ticket. Well, that's tragic, and a little bit disgusting, and absolutely no help to me.
It's already that late?
Promising. If we knew who cashed in that loot, we could definitely hit them up. Could be something there, if we can confirm it wasn't just an old booty dug up. So putting what you've told me through the old Detective Melon, we can deduce that the old prospector over in the Old West recently came into some serious cheddar. This is perfect. The only thing now is to figure out how to convince an old-timey prospector to invest in a Talking Ducks video game. But that won't be the weirdest thing I do all week by any stretch. Thanks for the help, kid. Oh, and if you run into Forbush Man, could you tell him the funds are in the bag? Last I heard, the poor guy was looking into making money through social media marketing.
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
That cool lock Dr. Strange has on his sanctum? Where can I get one?
Looked like something big was...
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that throat.
I ain't seen this much trash in one place since my last family.
The tales know this place as the nexus of all realities, where worlds collide, and where I hope to find...
That's all well and good, but it ain't helping me get this safe open. Gotta be all sorts of dinero in there. Lend me a hand, and maybe I'll...
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside. Somebody else...
Working with Howard on this video game of his has been problematic. He laughed at my idea for the final boss, but I think he simply lacks the imagination to grasp its true awesomeness. But as an accomplished game designer, this is a problem I know how to fix. Some ideas are better to show than tell, so what we need is a prototype. We'll get you dressed up as my villain and show off your awesome villainy skills. skillany. So, you in? A smart decision. I'll show you my design for the character. You've signed an NDA, right? Whatever. Get yourself looking the part, then we can start the demo.
These constant villain attacks are snow.
You know where the customizer is, right? Because if this was my game, there'd have been a tutorial for that stuff for sure.
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now, Mom?
How do I get myself in these crazy...
all citizens complaining about the so-called Manhattan blizzard, just be grateful I didn't park your stupid city next to the dark dimension like I originally planned.
Help! Fancy to hike, huh?
Maybe you've already seen it, but some trouble is going down near where you...
Looking good. We're lucky I managed to arrange this meeting with Howard. He's usually crazy busy on the phone with publishers all day and... Wait. We don't have a publisher yet. That lazy...
I always wanted to be a superhero when I was a kid. Of course, I also wanted to be a dinosaur, so...
Soon as Howard shows up, I'll rustle up some enemies for you to fight.
So, the bank called...
All right, Forbush, make this quick. I've got another meeting after this. About meetings.
But we're the only two people working on... never mind. Feast your eyes on Cock-a-doodle-doo!
What?
No one is safe from this foul enemy.
Oh, good. Poultry jokes.
I assure you, this villain is no yoke.
And not even original ones.
Fried don't know what you mean.
Ugh.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition.
Cock-a-doodle-doom lays her enemies to waste with devastating expertise.
The puns are making me like it less. You know that, right?
This is the worst thing to ever happen to anybody ever!
If you think she's done with you yet, you're fresh out of clock.
No.
You see the superhero supply store? Lady always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
And scene. So, what do you think? Pretty hardcore, right? Pretty intimidating, right? Pretty...
All right, stop saying words. You can put your stupid chicken boss in the game. But if any of the kids at the focus test start crying, it's coming straight out again.
You won't regret this, Howard. If the folks at ChronoCon don't love it, I'll eat my saucepan.
Oh, shoot. ChronoCon's coming up. What are we doing standing around yakking? We gotta get the game finished.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we actually had to make the thing. Thanks for helping us out, pal. If you're going to ChronoCon, make sure to drop by the stand.
Something tells me that story doesn't end here. Let's wrap this saga up in a Gwenpool mission.
Speaking of ChronoCon, you did get the tickets, right?
I thought you were doing that.
This is what I get for teaming up with a walking pot rack.
No matter how old you get, nothing beats...
Welcome back, oh seekers of the pink bricks. Fame. She can be a cruel and fickle mistress. And my pal, Howard the Duck, is aware of that more than most today. He's not feeling the love from his fellow man for all his saving the day heroic do-goodery. I mean, that's not why he does it. but a pat on the back every now and again wouldn't hurt. What Howard needs to get people talking about him is a full-tilt, immersive, genre-defining, massively multiplayer, online video game with his beak on the cover! As luck would have it, there's a Gamescon going on just the other side of the park. Exactly the place to pitch a Howard multi-platform title. Teeny problem. The Access All Areas passes for the convention sold out months ago, dude. You'll have to use some of your quack fu ingenuity to get past those lines and pitch your game idea to the panel. The guy next to Howard seems to want to help. Who is he? Let me check one sec. Bushman? Even I ain't never heard of this guy. I'm wondering if he's after his own game, too. That might be stretching things a little. But what do I know? If he can help Howard, then he's okay by me.
Hello, Manhattanites! Welcome to Timely Comics HQ, where we've got everything you could possibly want for all your timely needs. Come on in and get your geek on, people. This is ChronoCon!
Sold out? Well, that's just great. I knew we shouldn't have stopped for drive-thru. Now we'll never get into the panel.
Hey, Howard, why don't we come up with a distraction? You know, so we can sneak in without needing passes.
Nah, that'd never work. Wait, I know. I'll create a distraction so we can sneak in without needing passes. Why didn't I think of that before?
Hey, that's what I just...
Pipe down. You'll blow our cover. Now to put my ingenious plan into action. Listen up, folks. I mean, attention convention attendees or something. We have a limited number of tickets available at the main desk downstairs for you to have your dream selfie with Tony Stark. That's right, Iron Man himself. Billionaire superstar, blah, 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 whatever. So hurry up. Well, would you look at that? A pretty flawless plan if I do say so myself.
Don't worry, all you lovely, loyal people that are still here. We've got so many other great guests for you. I mean, who needs Iron Man when we have the Shocker? So, come on in and meet your heroes. Get an autograph, take some selfies, and share them online. The world needs to know exactly how cool you are.
Blah, blah, blah. Time to show these guys what a 10 out of 10 video game looks like.
Hard as it may be to believe, I do occasionally have my limits.